What's up, Sparkman family? It's your boy Sparkman, and welcome back to another video. Today we're rehashing a subject here that I posted 2 weeks ago, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Retro Pack, and I got a lot of hate. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got a lot of hate, and usually content creators don't go back to the videos they got a lot of hate on, but you know, you see 42 likes, but I'm gonna show you dislike very soon, and then I'm sure if you've read the comment section, it's pretty kind of crazy down there. Now, why am I rehashing a subject like this? Because I think people got the wrong message from this video as well. Now, obviously, you see the title. It's a little misleading, right? Do not buy this product. Obviously, for your own discretion, if you want to buy the product, go ahead. You know, you enjoy whatever product you want to open up. You buy the product that you like. Don't let me, you know, build that hate for you in a product. I mean, I'm just talking out of a certain aspect, right? Now, this video was created more in the aspect of the collector space, more of the aspect of the market space. It was not made for the casual Yu-Gi-Oh fan or Yu-Gi-Oh person in general. Now, obviously, I do think this is a cool product in general. Now, as an old-time player, yes, it's cool to open certain stuff like this back in the past. Obviously, you're going to see old card look, feel, everything like that, and that's what this retro pack did. It brought out, well, this pack of cards that had the same look and feel from back in the day, which I wish they did with LOB at this point, because if you were going to do that, might as well do it right? So I'm just saying. But hey, nonetheless, I digress, and I do think, you know, the message I was trying to send in this video that maybe wasn't well received or just didn't get picked up was that if you're going to recreate old cards or reprint older cards, do it in a way that they're reprinted in coming sets, like the tins, the side sets, or even if you wanted to create a whole new set, right? Not retro pack, but a whole new set with these same cards of back in the past, whether it be Time Wizard, Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, and then you add some GX cards, you add some 5Ds cards, and you put them in a pack, and then you just, you know, make that same look and feel to them from back in the day. Sure. Honestly, I wouldn't even mind that. You know, you have that, you know, old look to it, old feel, old nice style, and, you know, you get a little a different set look, I guess, in a way, right? So it's not retro pack, but you can call it whatever you want, whatever name Konami comes up with, but you don't reprint the exact similar set. That's all I was saying. So just so that many people are aware of what I was trying to, you know, give that message. It's not that I don't want older cards to be seen, not older cards to be like, you know, reprint or anything like that, but there's better ways to reprint older cards without destroying older sets as well. That's all I was saying. And from a marketing standpoint and from a market standpoint as well, it's not a good look on Konami's sense, because think about it, everybody. Yes, you win over one side of the market, but yet you lose on the other side, right? The fan base is kind of like split in half. Yes, you'll have one side happy and the other side upset. So, you know, you try not to do that when it comes to running a company. You try to, you know, appease most of your fan base here. Now, I'm not saying this set is not going to be popular. I think it's going to be very popular. I think people are going to really gravitate towards this. A lot of older players that have quit the game are going to see this pack at your locals, well, not your locals, but at your retailers, whether it be Target, Walmart, GameStop, wherever it is. They're going to see this and they're going to gravitate towards it. It's only natural, honestly, that they gravitate towards it. But here's the thing. With that gravitational pull of those players coming back into the game, they also realize how crazy the game has gotten, and then you have more negativity about the game as well. So, you know, you bring over the older players to see what the new game is like again, and they're like, well, this is kind of crazy. You know, see, you know, you do draw people, but then, you know, the older players do see that, well, this game really isn't, well, for them anymore. But it is a nice classic feel to open these packs. I totally get it. I totally understand. I know why they're doing it. It's mostly because of greed. Let's be honest here. Konami is built on the sense of akomani, right? The greediness of what they like. And I'm not a fan of that. That's why I'm also very against certain things like this, because I see it as a sense of a money grab and not really for the fan base, for the community. You know, a lot of people think that, oh, Konami is doing this for you, for everyone to be happy. No, like, I'm going to be honest with you. I'll tell you straight, everybody, because I'm very honest with my opinions, and whether you like it or not, you know, I just tell you how it is. They don't care. Like, they don't care to make you happy. They care about their money in their pocket. If this is going to make them money in their pocket and destroy or hurt certain fan base of the game, they don't care. They see it as a win because they're making money right now. But they are also not realizing that there's a future outlook to this game, that, you know, when you're losing players, meaning you will lose money in the future. So you always got to keep stuff like that in mind when you're running a company. And I think they're not taking that into account as well, because they are destroying certain parts of the game itself and the, you know, the core part of what the game was built on as well, which is a nice way of saying the collector's part of the game is a huge aspect of this game. People like to collect cards, and when you reprint certain things, it does destroy older stuff. Now we look, and you know, I have to give it to House of Champs because he said it perfectly as well in an earlier video today he posted. He said, you know, when we look at cards being basically reprinted like Retro Pack, it hurts the older wave. We look at something like the QCR in the tins, like the Stardust, like the Black Rose, right? Those were Starlight rares once upon a time, and they were very high up there in price. When now you look at them, they have drastically gone down. They're nothing of the price they once were because of the QCR, right? The QCR being very accessible, easy to get. It's a copy of a card that they rather have than pay extraordinary amount of money for in terms of a Starlight rare, right? So there's that. So there's a lot of aspects to this. So it's not always a good look to do stuff like that, because it does bring down certain parts of the market, certain parts of the base. And you know, you want to make everyone happy. You don't want to make just one part of the fan base happy. That's why I think going about it this way was the wrong aspect. I think there were better ways to go about it, in my personal opinion. You know, and like I said, this video was not well received. If you look at the likes, dislikes, I understand, but I also think people also didn't get the gist of the video. I was not telling you not to buy this product, even though the title says that. I was telling you to be aware of certain products like this, because hey, it's not a good look, it's not a good, you know, outlook for us if we continue going down this path with other stuff getting, you know, reprinted as an entire set in general moving forward. Because who knows, they'll print the Lost Millennium next, the Duelist Genesis, Crossroads of Chaos, and I know a lot of people were commenting, reprint them all. But at the end of the day, everybody, yes, cool, let's reprint all the sets, but then you also got to realize as well that doing that will also make a lot of people quit the game. So, you know, you want people to stay in the game, not quit the game. Now, yes, you may make 50% of the base happy, like we just talked about, but if 50% of the base is quitting the game because of something like this, that's not good. We already have a lot of players that are not very happy with certain aspects of the game. You want to lose another 50% of your base. Now, I'm just making up that number. It's just a number that I just have rolling off my tongue right now. But I'm saying, just, you know, any percentage of losing your fan base, just your collector base, your overall Yu-Gi-Oh community is not good right now. Because think about it, you lose certain part of your Yu-Gi-Oh community, there's no one coming up right now. No kids are really getting into this game. And you could correct me if I'm wrong, but do you ever see kids really running around at locals picking up Yu-Gi-Oh playing? Maybe you'll see one or two, but at least the locals I go to, I mean, I go to a lot of different locals around New York, you barely see kids. You just see teenagers and adults. And that being teenagers, you barely even see teenagers, to be honest with you. It's usually the 20-year-olds plus, if I'm being completely honest with you. So, you know, as much as, you know, it's cool to reprint stuff like this and see it being reprinted, you have to look at the overall aspect of the game as well. You know, you want a game to survive, want it to do well, you want it to be a long-lasting game. Do things the right way that will not put a sour taste in other parts of the community. Yes, maybe some of you are okay with something like this, but think about the other people that are not okay with it, right? It's not always about being selfish in this regard. It's about looking at it as a whole. And that's what I like to do. I like to look at it as a whole. Now, if we look at this card, it looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, let's be honest here. It's old Yu-Gi-Oh! It does look like old Yu-Gi-Oh! I absolutely love everything about this, right? In terms of getting to open something like this and seeing old Yu-Gi-Oh! Again on my hands, in my fingertips, and just being like, damn, childhood right there, right? Now, obviously, that's cool. However, then you'll have some people be like, they open it and be like, dang, man, look at the card I used to have. It's the same exact card, basically. And they'll feel a certain type of way, right? So there's two aspects to it. So that's why you have to look at it from that sense or that standpoint. Now, there's nothing wrong of feeling nostalgic and being happy seeing certain stuff like this, but there's other ways to go about it besides just reprinting Retro Pack as the exact same set. Maybe not reprint, but make a new set, same look, same feel, same everything about the card, but just a different name. This way we don't hurt the older set like this, right? So, there's, like I said, there's other ways to go about it. There will be available at your mass market retailers, your Target, your Walmart, your GameStop, very limited places. Your OTS stores will not have this. They'll probably pick it up, but then you'll, sell it for more. So you'll have to pay up if you really want this at your local OTS stores if they are carrying it. But I don't believe OTS stores are carrying it. But if they are, congrats to you. You got lucky, I guess. But yeah. Now, I was actually looking at this only an hour ago, and I was contemplating picking some up, and I was like, I'll just wait, and I'll go in the store in Walmart and pick it up. Maybe I should have picked it up because they're already out of stock. Wow. So, pretty insane on that regard. Now, if you do want it, at GameStop, they have it right now for pre-order, but for more money, for $20 basically. Unless you're a rewards member, you save yourself $1. But yeah, as of right now, these are the two places you can get it online. I haven't seen any other places. If I'm mistaken, please go ahead and let me know, because I don't see it anywhere else. And yeah, so we'll see what happens to the actual market itself and what happens with the reprinted cards. As we see it here, this is the 2020 reprint set of Retro Pack. Nothing is on sale yet. So we'll see what happens in terms of market here and in terms of market here as well. If any cards tend to go down in price. Now, I don't think it will be a drastic price decrease, but you will see a decrease nonetheless. It's just bound to happen. It's just something that will happen. And we have someone, Yu-Gi-Oh! Tube, that talked about, the actual Retro Pack itself. Will it crash? What will happen? I recommend go checking out his video. He's a really awesome dude, and also just creates a lot of great videos. And he had a good discussion about it as well. So I recommend go checking him out. If you are not already subscribed to him or you're already not, checking out his videos, go ahead and I'll have his link in the description to go see this video as well. And then just House of Champs also touching on the subject as well, but also, as I said, mentioning before, he talked about, certain cards going down value because, if there's another rarity or there's another accessibility to the card being easier, the older card tends to go down as well. So, there are things to be said about certain things and certain aspects of cards. But yeah, let me know what you think. Again, it's no really big hate for this product. I'm going to open it myself, to be honest with you. I'm going to collect it myself. But I think for the overall sense of where the game's going, if we can continue to reprint stuff like this, I don't see a sense of, a lot of the fan base being happy or belongingness to this just TCG. I think the people are going to not be committed to Yu-Gi-Oh! They're going to be committed to other TCGs, because I don't think it's a good, again, outlook for Yu-Gi-Oh! For them doing something like this. Other TCGs don't reprint a set in its entirety as a whole like this, to be honest with you. And at least there'll be a little change, there'll be differences here and there if they do, but in all sense and purposes, I think it's the wrong manner that they're going about this, because they're looking at it more as a greed to put money in their pocket, rather than looking at the fan base and being like, we respect you, we can go about it a different way, we will help you, enjoy the game again from a different aspect. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think there's other things Konami need to be focused on. Creating new structure decks. Bringing maybe Rush Duel back. Well, not back, but into the TCG. That'd be really cool. And then just other things in general. Fix the ban list. Fix price pool. Fix a lot of things. So there's a lot of aspects that needs to happen here. Not create other issues to have people talking about it. So that's just my personal opinion. Now, again, I don't have that much hate for this product. I just hope that after this product, we don't see a lot of reprintable stuff like this. I just don't think it's the right route that we're going, and I think it will only hurt the Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan base in general, and just the overall sense of Yu-Gi-Oh! In general as well. You don't want players quitting. You really don't. You want players to stay in the game right now more than ever, because again, we don't have any younger audience really coming to the game that easy anymore. The game is hard to learn. That's another discussion to have for another day, but just things to think about, everybody. Things to think about as we move forward as well in Yu-Gi-Oh! And with these, sets being reprinted as well. But that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please comment. I want to hear what you have to say. And from your Shirley Sparkman, we'll catch you next one. Peace out, YouTube.